the dev team thought, okay, how would Gladiolus fight? You know, he's not like Noctis. He doesn't have like the mobility. He doesn't have the warp strike ability, but he has that brute strength and that physicality, right? So I think once Matt gets into the gameplay, we'll see like exactly how that plays out.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see him fighting alone because he's very situational, I find, when you're fighting with the 4.
Yep.
A few other things I want to mention. One is, this is the first time anybody's actually seeing this.
Okay.
This is the first ever kind of playthrough.
This debut right here.
Nice.
Yeah, that is
exclusives.
Everybody
Okay,
at home, I hope you just heard that. This is an
Get
exclusive
excited.
first look at this Gladios mission.
Nice.
Start the DLC?
Yeah, there's a few cutscenes before that.
Okay.
That kind of help set up the story and stuff like that, but
Great.
we wanted to get you guys right into the action.
All right, cool.
And the other thing I wanted to mention is what we're going to play through, and everything in episode Gladiolus, it won't appear in the main game.
Okay.
So the same kind of dungeon that we're in right now, this is all brand new
This is
territory.
unique. We're not going
Nice.
back to
Okay.
Under the Lamb
Yeah.
thicket.
Exactly. So the first thing you'll notice is that the UI, the HUD, is different than the main
Yeah, I was
game.
just about to say that too.
And you'll see something on the far corner called the Rage. It says ×1 right now. So Gladiolus' battle system is based on the fact that he is the shield of the king. He has to both defend Noctis, but also fight alongside him.
Yeah.
So every time you defend enemy attacks, that Rage gauge fills up, and it fills up to a maximum of ×4. So basically his attack output can go up to a maximum of ×4 as long as you defend enemy blocks. By chaining regular attacks together, you see where that bar is above his HP gauge says Earth Shatter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those are his special moves called Glaive Arts. So chaining regular attacks gradually fills up that gauge, and the more you fill out that gauge, the higher level Glaive Art you're able to perform. So Matt's already blocked a couple of attacks, so at 1.3. It keeps going down if you get hit, so it's kind of you have to really master the art of blocking and attacking.
So what would you say the main focus is of the DLC? Is this to tell a big part of Gladius' story, or is this to kind of just explore some features that maybe we didn't get to see in the game that you guys still thought was important to give to the fans?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, in the main game you control Noctis, but you have Gladio and Ignis Prompto with you the whole time, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted to give an opportunity for fans to see what it's like to play as them and get a little glimpse of like their character development. So it's really just all about Gladio right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited that there's more of this. I
Yeah.
mean, what is? Can you give us a sort of a long view of the DLC plan for Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, I mean, as part of the season pass that we've announced, we have episode Gladiolus, we also have episode Prompto, episode Ignis. Prompto is scheduled for June.
Okay.
We can't exactly talk about the release plan for the other DLC yet, but just stay tuned and stay excited.
I'm so excited. I'm imagining Promptos is going to be a lot of like Fatal Frame Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Same
A lot of picture taking.
Wonderful. So what else is a big thing that you want to draw attention to with Gladiolus' story here? I mean, we're starting at the beginning, so obviously there's so much ahead of him in this story. Final Fantasy always packs so much story and so much interest in there, and I'm always worried I'm going to miss something. I have spent so much time just running along the border of every territory, making sure I don't miss an item, materia, anything.
I think we'll get to something pretty interesting pretty soon.
Okay.
I don't want to give it away quite yet.
And how have fans been responding to the DLC? I mean, if they're anything like me, they just want more. Like, I don't want the game to end. It's the only reason I haven't finished.
I mean, we've had the holiday pack, the booster pack, but this is kind of the first character DLC coming out March 28th. So I think people are going to be really excited about being able to play as a character other than Noctis, who they've been so familiar with for hundreds of hours, of, for the main game.
So are there like any cool enemies like this right here is really cool, like that we can expect in the DLC?
There's a bunch of mini bosses kind of waiting during this trial that Gladius has to go through. So there's some that you might recognize like this. There's some that are probably original to episode Gladiolus.
Yeah.
But there's a main baddie that everyone will be familiar with by name.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you talk about the Glaive Arts yet?
Yeah, I talked about the Glaive Arts.
Okay.
You guys have put out so much content surrounding Final Fantasy 15. I know this is a piece of it, but does it have any of its own writer content? Are there any additional Gladios animations or story bits that are going to come out to accompany this?
To accompany this, I mean, we packed in everything for Gladiolus in this episode DLC. So there's like different attack sets, different move sets that you see from Gladiolus in this that you don't see in the main game.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of like more Gladio for people to see.
Okay.
But yeah, this particular DLC also comes with a lot of like replay value. So once you play through it once, it unlocks something called the score attack mode. So like I said earlier, like the blocking and the attacking, those are all given points, and you can kind of see how good you are at being Gladio, and kind of keep playing to master the art of blocking and attacking.
So when I complete things in the Gladio side mission, is this going to change anything in my main game?
Ah, good question. There actually are some items that carry over into the main game.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
So there's definitely a reward for playing through.
Do I need
episode
to play
Gladio.
this to get his ultimate weapon?
I think you might have to play to find out.
Oh, no. I mean, I was going to play anyway.
Yeah, but see, you see the name on his the enemy he's fighting right there,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
by the name of Gilgamesh.
It's an epic enemy there.
I think we're all familiar with Gilgamesh from the Final Fantasy series. So this is Gilgamesh from the world of Final Fantasy 15. He is considered the Blade Master. His kind of role in this story is he's here to administer these trials to Crowns Guards and Shields of the King who want more power, who want to see like if they're good enough to be that.
Yeah.
So Gladio's like, I need more power. I need to undertake this trial of Gilgamesh. So that's kind of the backstory for this.
He is a determined guy, if nothing else.
He is a determined guy.
Now, will we be seeing any of the main characters in this DLC? Like, possibly passing through? Well, obviously it takes place, but, like, you know, you never know at the end, possibly.
I mean, we skipped some of the cutscenes earlier on, but there's a setup for what took place during this.
Cool.
But as you're playing through this, you're just by yourself. You're with Core. Your general Core's with you, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
And how soon can I download this?
March 28th.
March 28th?
Nice, okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where my vacation starts again.
Yeah, just like 2 weeks and a couple days away.
Yeah,
So.
You know, just...
Yeah, just sure a while.
Like, the environment in itself is just really beautiful. Like,
It
that's what
is,
I
right?
love about this game is just, like, everything is, like, so perfect, and, like, I love exploring, and I'm sure there's, like, a lot of stuff you can find.
I think that's the benefit of being able to watch and not actually play.
Yeah.
So when you're playing, you're so focused on the battle system. But the environment that we prepared for episode Gladio is actually really pretty. It's a new place that you haven't seen yet, and the details are all there. But when I play it too, like I don't recognize it because I'm so focused on blocking and attacking and blocking and attacking. But
That's why, I mean, I say this is a two-person game. This I play as a team because just spotting those little items is one person's job when I'm running, and then I have to get off the chocobo and be like, all right, where did you see it? Back over here.
Yeah.
Do we get chocobos?
Chocobos in this episode Gladios? No, there's no room for chocobos in this this trial.
There's always. I mean, so we're in the dungeon this entire time.
We're in the ruins.
We have no sort of open world exploration.
We have this special dungeon, this ruins prepared for episode Gladiolus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the contained trial of Gilgamesh.
You want to go down? Keep going straight.
Yeah.
Turn the camera.
Have you played this before?
I have. So the controller's actually not talking to the PS4 right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what keeps happening in circles.
Okay.
Yeah.
The PlayStation's actually behind us.
So I actually,
way behind.
Just wave around a little.
I do know how to play games, guys. I promise.
This Final Fantasy 15 is the DLC.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, you're gonna be really excited. It's gonna be good.
But yeah, the camera kind of keeps spinning, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of lag on there.
Yeah. There's no cable long enough to go all the way here.
Exactly.
But this
You guys
is
want to camp? You guys
I don't
want
know
to
which scope.
Do you guys remember Gladio's favorite food?
cup noodle. Is that all he has with him? This is why you don't separate from
Yeah,
Ignis.
exactly.
got-
There it is.
You
right
split
there.
the party, all you get is cup noodles.
Of course, there's cup noodles.
Yeah, it's a nice little moment.
Pretty zen. So
between them
tell us
two.
a little bit about his